chop off the walking around part?
Yeah.
Okay.
And chop off you talking right there too.
Yay. Okay. So how are you doing this week?
Well, this is actually good because I've literally had one of the longest days of my life. Yes, because tomorrow I have 2 presentations, 2 papers due, a test, and the self-evaluation paper. All due on the same day.
Sounds overwhelming.
So it is very overwhelming, and I procrastinate, like most college students. And I am now stuck in a situation where I'm very stressed out.
We all procrastinate a lot. Is this the first time you like majorly procrastinated? Or?
No.
Okay.
It's a common problem I have.
So what strategies have you used before to get everything?
Plan ahead. I actually was very organized and like ready for all of these assignments, but I just didn't do them.
Didn't get to them. Yeah.
So that I usually just organize and know what I have to do before and try to accomplish a little bit at a time so I'm not so overwhelmed.
Prioritize them.
Yeah.
The class you're most worried about. That's a good strategy. I just don't know what I try to do.
Yeah. But I'm pretty worried about all my
All of
classes,
them, yeah.
so that doesn't really help. Oh, and another thing is, wow, shit, I just got a cramp. Oh my gosh, I just have a Charlie horse in my leg.
I hate that.
Okay, another thing is, my coach is mad at me because he thought I was going to be living here this summer, so he assumed 4 or 5 girls on the basketball team could live with me. But I just made arrangements to live with one of my friends in Kansas City for free, so I would not have to pay for rent, which would be nice. But he basically is forcing me to stay in Baldwin,
Really?
which I don't think is right in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to have to end up spending my money, which I can't even express how irritating that is.
Have you tried to tell him that you weren't planning on staying here?
Yeah, and it didn't go very
Yeah.
well. So I just kind of figured I would let it rest for a little bit and then eventually try to talk to him about it again.
Seems like the longer you put it off, the more committed you might be to the decision, though.
Yeah, that's a problem. So,
Because weren't you planning on getting a job in Kansas City or something?
yes, so that's why it'd be like beneficial for me in
Yeah.
a lot of aspects. And I can't believe that he just doesn't even think about that and assumes that I'm supposed to house these girls when I'm not even on the team anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Does that kind of make you feel like taken for granted?
Yeah, it makes me feel really taken for granted because me and Coach Lister, I assumed had a pretty good relationship and I've known him for a while, and I didn't really think that he would try to use his power against me and try to force me to stay.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of like I care more about the relationship than he does.
Have you tried looking at it from his side? Because sometimes I'll think people are doing something and they're just being really narrow-minded, but sometimes they don't really think about it. Like,
Right, and when I did that, I kind of came to the conclusion that he was being selfish.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, that's good advice.
So often you'll think people are just being dumb, and then it's like, oh, well, I've done this before, so
Right.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. I tried to stay open-minded about the situation.
But, yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah, it's just kind of a bad situation for both of us, really.
Yeah.
Like, I understand he has a need, but he also has to understand that I need to do things that will help me in my life.
And you live in an apartment?
Yeah.
Would you have the apartment over the summer, whether you're here or not?
No,
Okay.
my lease is up in May, so I would have to sign a sublease probably for June, July, and August,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't sound fun at all.
Yeah,
It
it's
would,
complicated.
yeah. We should have put a timer on.
Are you guys still having, like, practice and stuff? So do you have to see him a lot? Or
Yeah, we have practices. Well, they have practice almost every day. I fortunately don't have to go to it,
That's
but
nice.
I usually try to go play and stuff.
Mm.
So I have to see him occasionally.
It's kind of nice. You can kind of step back from the situation more than if you're having practice every day.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. It's nice to separate myself from that situation
Yeah.
sometimes. I think it's at 5 minutes.
Let's check. I feel like we can do editing if it hasn't been, and just like cut out this
That
awkward
was
change.
good, Bailey. You're on
Winning.
it.
That was pretty easy.
5 minutes and 20
Oh,
seconds.
winning. I didn't feel that long.
Okay, so should I stop it and make another one?
Sure.